Hi, we're here with Susan Fornoff today. She's the author of Confessions of a Golf Slut, and we're so happy to have you here. It's a great new book about golf, love, life, and everything in between, and we're excited to have you to tell us more about your book. How are you doing today?
I'm doing just fine, getting ready for an afternoon tea time, like a golf slut should
Yeah.
should be. And hello to all the high heel golfers. Um, we talked a little bit about my book on the phone, and one of the difficult things was what to call it because I had this idea for sort of a dating journal,
Mm-hmm.
and I would tell my friends about this golf date I had or that golf date, and they'd laugh or they'd roll their eyes or they'd say, "How could you spend 5 hours with that guy?" So, but then all these things started happening in life as the way that's how life goes, and so it just became more than that. But the title was from an interview I did with Tommy Smothers, who called his wife a golf slut. He said she'll play anywhere, anytime, with anyone. And when he said that, I kind of thought, "Wow, it sounds like someone I know." And it's a natural title. There are people in golf who don't like the title. They think it has something to do with sex. It really doesn't. And I think women. I think women. I think the women who would read my book get it.
Yeah, it's kind of like Skinny Bitch or any of the other books that are out there. It's just
Yeah, we're not insulting ourselves by
yeah,
that.
yeah,
We're just having a laugh.
yeah. Wonderful. Well, I wanted to ask you a couple questions about the game of golf and how you've used it, relationships, business. So, just kind of get on with my first question. You play a ton of golf and have built numerous relationships out on the golf course. And I wanted to know what was your best business relationship you've ever built.
I think that's easy. I would say I've become friends with the publisher of the San Francisco Chronicle through golf, and I'm not that high up on the newspaper totem pole. I never was. My best job was travel editor, so I would get invited on Saturdays to play with the editor of the paper, the managing editor of the paper, and the publisher, and who's not someone I would probably have known otherwise. And I remember really well the first day I went out to play with them. I was so nervous, and I got there, and plus I'm the only woman in the group, so that even adds to, I'm outranked and I'm out testosterone. So I got to the pro shop, and the starter said the publisher took care of your green fee, which I like that. That was a nice perk. And I just said, "I'm really nervous." These are my bosses. And he said, "Just don't win." And I'm not sure. I laughed, but I don't know how I feel about that. That's a good point of discussion, I think, for women who want to play business golf is,
Yeah,
should you win
I
or,
think it's let whoever needs to win, and then if they don't need to win, don't let them win. I mean, it should just be about reading people's personalities, and if you know someone needs to win, you know that about them, and so you have that to kind of go back into the office and know that that's the type of person they are, and you'll learn so much more about them in business
yes,
just from that angle.
I saw that maybe a little bit in the publisher, but
Hmm.
also he seemed really tickled when he would go in the office the next
Yeah,
week and say, "Fornoff took $2 off of me on
yeah,
Saturday."
yeah. Yeah, they're either one or the other. They either like that you're really good. They'll be like, "Oh my gosh, she had a 250-yard drive," or
I
they
wish.
or they don't like it at all. One or the other. But that tells you something about the person, about how they react to your success. So
You let
it's
me know
important.
how that 250-yard drive
Yeah,
works out,
yeah.
because I don't know.
It's because I have big hips. I don't know. Somehow it happened. Somehow it happened. That's wonderful. So you also had a lot of love relationships on the golf course, and I wanted to know from those dates that you went on, did you learn enough about a person to be able to just say, "Ooh, not going on another date with him"? And sometimes when you did find that out about a person, did you listen to your intuition and continue dating them or not continue dating them?
I'm getting better at listening to my
Hmm.
intuition, but I don't think I was in my earlier years. I started playing when I was in my early 30s, and I would say that for high heel golfers, if you can
Mm-hmm.
start in your 20s, you're way ahead of the game.
Yeah.
And but when I started, I didn't. I dated a club thrower for
Mm-hmm.
about 2 years,
Yeah.
and he would, occasionally we'd have to go visit the local golf shop. He'd have a
Mm-hmm.
shaft with no club head on it,
Yeah.
and have to get it repaired. And the guys in there would say, "What is it this time?" And he'd have some story about the tree limb that jumped out at him when he
Mm-hmm.
wasn't expecting it or whatever. So, I should have paid more attention to that. It's as good an indication as road rage when your date's driving you to the movies and he's screaming at everybody in the other cars.
Yeah.
Not a really a good. That's not really a good sign about somebody. But I still, I would say I still, if I enjoy golfing with someone, I'll still go out and golf with him, even
Mm-hmm.
though I know he's not really a match for me
Mm-hmm.
in real life. But I think you do learn the really important things about a person for the most
Yeah.
part in a round of golf, and you can see, you can see it in the book. I talk about I met my ex-husband at a golf course, and he wasn't somebody I probably would have gone out with. He was a little younger than me, and he smoked cigarettes. Ooh, yuck! But we played golf, and I saw what a nice person he
Mm-hmm.
was, how honest he was, what a gentle soul he had, and how smart he was, and I just saw a whole different side of him, and
Mm-hmm.
and that's one of the wonderful things about golf. It's just so revealing about people,
Yeah.
good ways and bad.
Yeah. That's wonderful. Great. So let's see, what's another one? Oh, how do you get to play so much golf? In the book, you talk about like round after round, beautiful course, after beautiful course, getting things comped. It's this. I'm a little jealous. Let's just put it that
Ah!
way. That you get to play so much golf.
I had 5 friends, 5 or 6 friends, edit the book, and a couple of them did
Mm-hmm.
make comments like, "Don't you think readers are going to be jealous about this?"
Mm-hmm.
I hope not. Um, well, I'm a writer, so a lot of my best thoughts come at night,
Mm-hmm.
so I can work at night. And the book is a genre. It's creative nonfiction.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a biography or a history. I really focused on the parts of life that I could look at through the lens of golf. So it sounds like I'm playing more golf than
Mm-hmm.
I am, but I try to play twice a week.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody has ever been on their deathbed saying, "I wish I worked more. I
Yeah.
wish I worked harder. I wish I worked longer."
Mm-hmm.
It's more about we wish we had spent more quality time with the people that we care
Mm-hmm.
about, and that's what I just make a point of making time for those
Mm-hmm.
things. And I think I think twice a week is reasonable. If we can get the game in 4 hours,
Yeah.
it's good.
Definitely. You could play, I like to play nine if it's just something kind of quick and want to get out there, just get a taste for it. I have Torrey Pines down the street, so it's $24 to play Twilight, so I just feel good about
Oh,
playing 9 holes for $24.
now I'm jealous.
Yeah, that's super
I've never
easy.
played Torrey Pines.
Oh,
It's on
well,
my list.
you'll have to come down. We'll get a tea time. Yeah, and then, with that, do you think everybody needs to play that much? There are a lot of these business women that are my clients, and they're out there and they maybe have enough time once a month to get out there and practice the game of golf. How are they going to make it? Do you need to make it your life?
I think a really important point I want to make, and I've seen you've made this point too in your
Mm-hmm.
work. It's you need to practice enough so that you feel confident and comfortable on a golf course around people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's different for everyone. I don't practice anymore. I'm a bogey golfer. Some days I can't break 100,
Mm-hmm.
and very rarely do I break 90. So, I just sort of accept my game, and I embrace it as a vehicle for me to get to spend time with interesting people and be in beautiful
Mm-hmm.
environments, and also work on myself, which is one of the things that golf is so great for.
Mm-hmm.
I, 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 I think a lot of women are successful in other parts of their lives, and then they pick up a golf club, and it's a horrible experience for them. and it's really not about how well you play.
Mm-hmm.
And the guys I played with at the Chronicle, I remember one day I stepped up to the ball and I hit it, and they said, "You never take a practice swing. We love it. You're always ready
Yeah.
to hit." And I said, "Well, I work for a daily newspaper, not a monthly magazine." And they
Yeah.
laughed. But the point is, I was just ready to play when it was my turn. I really tried to pay attention to what other people were doing and didn't hold up the group. And, I just, I know I'm going to have some high scores. I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
say tens, but no, let's not say
Yeah.
tens. But, high scores.
Yeah.
I'm going to have them along the way. And every now and then I'll have a birdie, and that'll make me want to come
Yeah.
back. But I think, I think there are some lessons you should have before you venture out onto the golf course. I don't think it's as many as some of the golf teachers would like to think it is. And if you do have a place where, I know you've suggested 3 holes might be a
Mm-hmm.
good thing. If you have a place where you can go and do that and just sort of start to get the feel for the game, it doesn't take long for people to get hooked.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Yeah, and you were a 30 plus handicap when you first started. So, and you had
Oh,
tons of people that wanted to go play golf with you. So, I think even your skill level doesn't matter. It's just about feeling comfortable and playing fast.
I think so. It's
Mm-hmm.
just, and being able to, what do you do when you really hit it, when you shank one? Well, we all know you're not supposed to say the word shank on the
Yeah.
golf course. That's a no-no. But
Is that like the Great
I
Bambino? I mean, is it?
I hate to say it, but I laugh.
Yeah.
I kind of laugh when I hit a bad one because it's like, where did that come from? I just
Yeah.
hit this beautiful drive and now I shanked one.
It's
Well,
life. So,
yes.
yeah. I mean, all of that was really wonderful, Susan, and I
Okay.
really enjoyed having you out here today. And I can't wait for the ladies at Hio Golfer to read your book, The Confessions of a Golf Slut, and get into the game. And I know a lot of ladies want to try dating on the golf course, so it'll be a great book for them to read, as well as learn about life and the game of golf. So thanks so much for
I
coming
think
out.
it'll be a good movie too. I'm kind of looking at Cameron Diaz.
Yeah?
I hear she's a golfer, so
That's
I
great.
don't know about Golf Slut, but I hear she
Yeah.
is.
Well, that's wonderful. Thanks so much, and have a great
Thank you.
round today.
Thank you.
Bye.